Hey there, Medicare agents. Hope you all are having a great summer, but you know as well as I do, as Medicare agents, it's time to get back to work. We have this thing called AEP barreling down on us. Let me ask you a question. What have you done so far to get ready? Now, I don't know about you, but I've always found getting ready for AEP to be a bit of a pain in the butt, if you know what I mean. You know, you're in the middle of summer, you're enjoying family time, and quite frankly, your focus is elsewhere. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff that really needs to be done right now to ensure your success in October. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You start out with the best of intentions, but it's summertime, and stuff starts getting put off. And before you know it, you realize you're behind the eight ball. It's October 1st, and you're going to be lucky to write 50 plans again this year. That gets frustrating, doesn't it? Well, folks, that's why I created the AEP 100 Plus Challenge. Why a challenge? Simple. A challenge lets you get a lot done in a very short period of time. A challenge also helps you exponentially shorten your prep time. A challenge is done as a group, and let me explain why that's important. When I started with American Express back in 1991, I was part of one of the most successful recruiting classes Amex ever had. Part of what made us so successful is we met as a group every morning and kind of fed off of each other's energy and success. There was a thing called the Mercury Award. It was a starter award, and every single one of us in that group doubled the production necessary for that Mercury Award. And I really attribute a lot of that to that group effect. It's kind of that iron sharpens iron thing. Does that make sense? The reason I'm telling you this is that's what you're going to get in the AEP 100 Plus Challenge. 1 hour a day for 4 days a week in a live group session. I'm going to share ideas, strategies, and techniques on how to write 100 plans during AEP. And I'm also going to take questions. Now, you're going to be amazed at how many times you're going to get answers to questions you hadn't even thought to ask yet. And that's why we do this as a group challenge. The biggest factor that stops the average agent from writing 100 plans during AEP is lack of systems and lack of automations. AEP is 7.5 weeks long. To write 100 plus plans during AEP means you need to write about 3 plans a day, 5 days a week for that entire 7.5 weeks. That takes a lot of organization. You can't wait until the last minute to put that together. You have to have your ducks in a row ahead of time. Tim Ferriss, in his book, The 4-Day Work Week, says this: never automate something that can be eliminated, and never delegate something that can be automated or streamlined. If you do, you're just wasting somebody else's time instead of your own, which wastes your money. Now, in this challenge, we're going to go through and help you figure out what can be eliminated, what can be automated, and what can be delegated. Now, you may be thinking, hey, I'm just a one-man band here. I ain't got nobody to delegate to. That's okay. We're going to talk about that as well. Specifically, we're going to talk about how to delegate effectively to your artificial intelligence bot or to your virtual assistant. What? You don't have either of those? We're going to talk about that too. One of the key turning points in my financial planning practice was when one of my mentors told me, Phil, you have to stop washing windows, man. That was his way of telling me that I needed to learn to delegate. And when I implemented his recommendations, my practice exploded. And I'm going to make you a promise. When you learn to delegate and automate, your practice will explode as well, and I'll help you do it. By now, you got to be thinking, what the heck's this thing going to cost me, right? Well, the investment for the AEP 100 Plus Challenge is $97. If you're like me, you're probably thinking to yourself, why the heck should I pay you $97 when I've got insurance companies and I've got marketing organizations that will train me for free? That's a great question. So let me answer that question for you. I'm a semi-retired financial planner. I built a practice to the point of managing $26 million of clients' insurance and investment assets. In the financial planning world, there's this thing called a fee-only financial planner. I'm sure you've heard of it. And the whole point of a fee-only planner is you're paying them a fee for their advice, and so you don't have to worry about any hidden agendas or them selling you something just to collect a fee. Well, folks, it's the same thing here with the AEP 100 Plus Challenge. You're getting straight advice from an industry veteran without all of the industry crap. What you are going to get from me are the strategies, the emails, and the automations that will help you write 100 plus plans this AEP season. You're going to learn how to put artificial intelligence to work in your practice to make this the most successful year you've ever had. And no matter what CRM you use, whether it's Yoho or HubSpot, Redtail, doesn't really matter. Whatever CRM you use, the resources I'm going to give you, you can take and implement in your CRM system right away. And if you're not using a CRM system, we're going to talk to you about that and explain why you really might want to consider it, and we'll share with you some of the options that you have. Folks, you can read the rest of the information here on the webpage. I don't need to waste any more of your time with the video. If you want to make this your most successful year ever, I would really encourage you to sign up for the next challenge. By the way, the AEP 100 Plus Challenge does come with a 100% no questions asked money back guarantee. If after the first class you don't think it's going to be worth the $97 that you paid for it, simply email me and tell me you'd like a refund, and I will refund that money to you within 24 hours. Doesn't get much fairer than that, does it, folks? So sign up today, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next class.